Happy Wednesday, Stampers, and happy October. We're gonna make a spooky cut and flip card today using our pick of the patch stamp set and punch builder. So we're gonna make this super cute, ghostly cut and flip card. I think it's adorable. I love these pumpkin ghosts. So let's get started and see how we put that together today. So first we're gonna bring in our cardstock. This is just a piece of basic black, and we are just gonna go ahead and cut it in half on the short side. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip this, and we're gonna score it in half. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut off at the 3-inch mark. So we've got our base and our cut off piece. So let me bring in my bone folder, and we're gonna go ahead and burnish this on the score line. So we've got our card opening, and we have this piece that we cut off that we're gonna turn, we're gonna flip it, and it's gonna become part of our card front. So that is how we create the base. Remember, every week on Thursdays, I send out the printed tutorial. I send it out in email so that you can print it off with all the measurements and all the steps. So if you want to make sure you're signed up for that, you can click on the sign up link for the Buzz Bulletin. That's my weekly email that I send out every Thursday with the tutorial of the week. You can also go to stampinqueenbee.com and sign up there as well. Okay, so now I've got some designer series paper that I've already cut. This is from the Delightfully Eclectic. So we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna use the spooky side. And we're gonna bring in some multi-purpose glue here. And we're gonna go ahead and just adhere these to our card here. So first one, go ahead and center that, adhere that on. And our second one, we'll go ahead and adhere this one to the front here of our card base. Okay, so now we're gonna bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals. These are the black ones, since we're using black. So we're just gonna go ahead and put these, if you want to kind of line this up to see where, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put one on each side there. I'm gonna flip this, and we're gonna put one on each of the corners here. We're gonna leave the backings on here for a minute because we're gonna bring in some of this really pretty iridescent, white iridescent ribbon. So it is called just iridescent ribbon. That's easy, right? So we're gonna bring this, and on the side that we put those dimensionals, we're gonna actually just tie a bow to this piece. We're just gonna put that on, tie us a bow here. There we go, and we'll just adjust this till our bow looks how we want it to. I think this white iridescent ribbon is so pretty because it kind of has that green, that iridescent kind of gives like a green look to it. So to me, it takes on a bit of spooky Halloween. Okay, then we're just gonna go ahead and trim this off with our ribbon snips. And we'll just go ahead and play with our ribbon here. If you want it to be a little shorter, the bows to be a little bit thinner. This one is giving me, there we go. There it goes. Now it lays a little bit flatter. Okay, and then I'm just gonna trim these a little bit so they're kind of even with that. All right, so now we're gonna peel off our dimensional backs. Peel them off here. And now these dimensionals are going to secure this in because it's going to kind of hold it. We've got dimensionals here and here, so it's going to hold our ribbon kind of in. So now we're just going to go ahead and center this, smush it down so it's nice and flat there. And so now we have kind of the front portion of our card. So now let's do some punching. So I've already pre-punched 2 of our pieces. So these come from our decorative circle punch and also from our 2 3/8 circle punch. So each of those, one in granny apple green and one in black. So we're gonna set those aside. And then we're gonna bring in our pumpkin punch. So this is our pumpkin punch that goes with our pick of the patch stamps, and it actually punches out these 2 pumpkins here. So for our card today, these pumpkins are going to be punched out of some basic white. So we're just gonna stick that in, punch those out. And now we have 2, what would be this way, white pumpkins. And I saw this idea from our CEO, Sarah, and she flipped them upside down and now they become these super cute ghosts. So I love those. So we've got our ghost bodies now. And now we're gonna do some stamping. So the first thing we're gonna do is in our pick of the patch, there is a Happy Halloween. So we're just gonna pull that out. And we're gonna bring in our foam mat here. We're gonna bring in the inside piece of our card. And we've got a block here, so let's put this down and mount our stamp there. And we're gonna bring in some granny apple green ink. We're gonna ink this up. And you can either center it. This one we're gonna put up here in the corner. So we're just gonna ink that up, stamp it down, and we have a Happy Halloween in the corner. Okay, so now our cute little ghosts, our cute little ghost bodies here, they need some ghostly faces. And so I pulled in our Taco Fiesta set, and there is this face that looks like a boo spooky ghost face to me. So we're gonna go ahead and find that stamp here in our Taco Fiesta set. Who knew our tacos could turn into ghostly pumpkins, right? So now we're just gonna go ahead and mount this onto our block here. We're gonna bring in some of our Memento black, ink that up, and let's give our ghosts some ghostly faces. There we go. Okay, so now we've got some spooky ghosts, ghost pumpkins, we'll call them. And let's go ahead and now put this together. So we're gonna bring in our adhesive. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to adhere our basic black circle to the front. Then we'll adhere our granny apple green decorative circle on top of that. There we go. And we'll go ahead and adhere our inside piece, our inside panel to the card. And we're just center that right on there. There we go. And now our ghosts our ghosts need to be attached. So you can use the white dimensionals or you can use the black ones. Just gonna go ahead and put our little small ghost on there. And then the mama ghost, the baby ghost and the mama ghost, right? Put that one kind of right there. Okay, and then I thought it was so cute like that, but let's bring in our Stampin' Right marker. This is the Granny Apple Green. I'm just gonna go ahead and open it here. We're gonna use the brush tip, and I'm just gonna go ahead and flick a little bit of this Granny Apple Green just to the front of my card. And it just gives kind of a little decorative to those ghosts. Okay, and no card is complete without a little bling, so I'm gonna bring in some iridescent rhinestones. And we're just gonna go ahead and adhere these to the front. Maybe a medium one up here. Okay, so there you have our ghostly cut and flip open card. So I love, love, love that. A couple other versions of that I made. We have one with some pumpkin pie. If you want to brighten it up a bit, I've got some of our DSP from our Brights as well. So lots of options that you can do with those cut and flip designs. So happy Halloween, everybody.